Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named. The man, the myth. The only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks.
Did it. Ocala runs out of pickles. Did it.
Well, that's because I've eaten my weight in them twice.
At least twice.
So,
Hello.
So Joe, this, you've been doing some construction work.
At the new place, yep.
Yeah, the new place.
Yeah.
Can't tell people where the new place is yet.
Not yet, but we will. I'll even tell you later.
I would think that I need to know soon.
Well.
You've been keeping it a secret. Because I know there's 3 forms of communication in Ocala. Telephone, telegraph, and tell Tom.
Right.
So, you know.
You're like a complete sieve. Right
if you want to keep something secret, don't tell me.
Don't do it. That's right.
I'm just telling you.
That's why we don't tell you.
Yeah, you're not telling me nothing.
We don't tell you nothing. You be quiet. Shush. As they say, the short of shut up is shush.
So the city's being sued again.
This is ridiculous. What happened yesterday? I missed it last night. Council meeting.
They had a discussion about changing the charter and everything. Got a little tense.
I missed it. Did you hear all about it already?
I've heard about it. I've still.
Tomorrow. They're coming in, aren't they?
Or the county commission.
County commission. That's right. Yeah, my bad.
Although I'm going to try to set something up where the city council comes in once every other week too.
I like to see the mayor in here once in a while.
Well, the mayor told me just call him. He'll be in here anytime I want him.
Oh, cool.
So Mike Balkin, chief of police.
When's he coming in?
Said the same thing.
Well, tell him I would like him before the end of the week. Come on in.
I'll try to get Mike in before the end of the week.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yes.
Try to get him in before the end of the week.
Yeah. That's tomorrow.
But the city's being sued. No, that's Friday.
Tomorrow's be a good day for him to come in. Tomorrow will be a great day for him to come in.
The city's being sued by
for what now?
The Southern Council of Gainesville and the Southern Leadership Council of Gainesville and the ACLU of Florida. Because, are you ready for this?
Yeah,
I talked about it last segment, and I want to get your take. They're being sued for violating the First Amendment rights.
Which is?
Of the homeless. Because they are not allowing them to panhandle.
Well, hold
on, which is asking for assistance. And asking for assistance. When they ask for assistance, if you lock them up for that, you're denying them their First Amendment freedom of speech.
I'm going to tell you something, Tom. You might be surprised. You're not. I heard you in the last segment with the bread and all that. There's a difference between a panhandler and a help, and someone needs help.
100%.
Like you said, I'll take you to McDonald's. Okay, and you're helping them. I'll take you to McDonald's, give you the money, and then they go to the liquor store or wherever the hell they go.
That's a panhandler. That's not somebody looking for assistance.
Well, I'll tell you what, and God's right hand to God. I went to the other Gateway Plaza.
Right.
I was going to one of those stores.
Across the street here.
Yeah, across the street there. I parked in there, and this kid came up to me on his bicycle. He puts out his hand. Hey, do you have any extra money? A kid.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on with this generation?
That's what his parents taught him to do.
Gotta be. Put out your hand. They'll give you money.
Yeah.
So I looked at him, and I said, sorry, I only carry plastic. And that's what I do. I don't carry cash. I carry plastic.
I tell people that all the time. Guy goes, you got any money? Dude, all I got is my debit card. I had a guy one time go, in Gainesville, football game.
Oh, don't tell me.
He goes, you got any money on you? I go, dude, I only have my debit card. He goes, there's an ATM right around the corner.
Oh.
I looked at him. Words that came out of my mouth could not be told on television.
Yeah,
and he goes,
radio either.
He looked at our radio. He looked at me and goes, what's your problem?
You?
And then I wanted to put my hands on him.
Oh, yeah.
But he realized it at that point when he asked me what my problem was. The look on my face changed. I think he realized I wanted to put my hands on him, and he decided to back up and vacate the situation.
He walked over the line.
Yeah, of course he did.
Otherwise,
he didn't walk over the line. He ran across it, spit on it, and then ran back across it.
Well, those are the kind of people that will, if they get too close, they're going to be walking away in the dark because their head's going to be where the sun don't shine.
Now, mind you, I do give money every now and then to people of homeless nature. I told you the other said on this radio program.
Let's get back. Go ahead.
On this radio program, I stopped at the 326 exit.
Yeah, I know where that is.
On 326 and 75.
Yes,
Get off.
I know.
There's a guy standing there. I gave him $20.
With a sign.
The sign said, not going to lie, I'm an alcoholic, I need beer.
Oh, and you gave him money.
I gave him $20.
Oh,
Guy, hey, you know what I like?
Wait a minute. Here you go.
You know what I like?
What?
Guy told the truth.
Well, he did tell the truth. Yeah.
He wasn't saying retired vet, homeless vet. You know, and you see that all the time. Somebody will go to the flea market.
And then they get in their Cadillac to go home.
They go to the flea market and buy a veteran's hat or something at the flea market, and then stand out on the side of the road with a cardboard sign saying homeless vet.
That's ridiculous.
Where's your DD? What DD 214 in that? Is that the designation?
Yeah, show me your DD 214. Show me your card.
Show me that homeless veteran.
Yeah, they don't have it.
Because if you have it, now I can help you. I can get you in touch with Hank Whittier and people like that.
To get in touch with me, I'll make the connection
right,
for him.
I can get you assistance.
Yeah, no, it's...
Just because you wear a hat saying you served in the Army doesn't make it so.
Well, it doesn't make you needy either.
No.
Yeah, so, it's... Now, let's get back to the...
Free speech, Joe. This is free speech.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's get back to the ordinance that they wanted passed, that these people don't have any rights. Let me see. Do they pay taxes? No. Sales tax if they buy something.
Yeah, well.
That's it. No other kind of tax they pay. No insurance. What else is there?
But they go to our hospitals, our emergency rooms, and use them as their primary care physicians.
Oh, well, the best one is, again, we were at Light Up Ocala, and the guy goes, oh, and he falls on the curb. And the EMT was going up to him. And all of a sudden, they're calling him by name.
Yeah.
Because they go to routine. 3 days in, full meals, rest, it's cold, it's warm in there. They got a routine. So they don't. But by law, they have to pick him up. Oh, what's hurting? Ooh, ooh. Take him in there for 3 days, and they come out. And then they wait, whatever. Now, they know how long to wait again before they go, ooh, again.
Right.
They're playing the system.
It's clear that there's a difference between panhandling and asking for assistance.
Oh, yeah.
I have no problem with a person asking for assistance. I got a problem with somebody walking up to me and go, give me money. No, well, you ain't eating that damn bread either and taking it off my table. That's a panhandler.
He's lucky you didn't move fast.
Let me tell you something. I was going over the rail, and the girl I was dating at the time put her hand on me and goes, it's not worth you going to jail. Because all I saw was I was red with anger.
Well, he stole from you.
And I was fixing to go put a foot somewhere.
No, well, I would have just detained him till the police got there.
Oh, I was going to detain him, all right.
Gently.
No, first off, I'm a bull in the china shop. Okay?
Yeah, that's true.
But to what is gentle to you and what is gentle to me is the difference between a broke clavicle and not a broke clavicle.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay?
Clavicle. That's by the neck somewhere.
Hey, what did you do to detain him? I picked him up and slammed him on the ground on his shoulder blades. You broke his collarbone. Well, he didn't go anywhere afterwards, did he?
See, I would have did that. Leg. You can't run with a broken leg.
Can't run with a joke. Can't run with a broken clavicle either.
You can't go.
Because I picked you up and slammed you to the pavement.
That's it. Yeah. No, it's no.
But just a lawsuit. It's crazy.
And then, and who started the lawsuit? The homeless?
No, the groups out of Gainesville and the Florida.
How much each one to make it? How much are they making?
Well, that's the thing. They want compensatory damages for violation of freedom, and it's also that they can get this compensatory damage, so they get 33%.
Yeah, no. That's wrong.
This is about lawyers making money, too.
Yeah, no, wrong, sorry.
Just like John Morgan, Morgan & Morgan, Florida people. No, he's not, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
He was behind the passing of the minimum wage. He backed the passing of the minimum wage law to $15.
Yeah.
But it's not so that he thinks people need to make $15.
What?
That way, when he sues, he can go back and get missed wages and everything. It's $15 an hour instead of $8 an hour. He gets more money as a lawyer.
That's your opinion.
No, that's my opinion.
That's right.
And it's and I'm right about it.
Well, that's your opinion.
The $15 minimum wage is going to bankrupt.
If anybody from that firm wants to come talk to Tom.
It's going to bankrupt this state.
Tom at WOCA.com.
Tom at WOCA.com. Hi, caller, you're on with Tom and Joe.
Did I hear you say something about the fire assessment bill being unconstitutional?
No, not the fire assessment bill. They made the unconstitutional, the fire fees that they had collected for years.
Oh, she's going to listen off there. Okay, go ahead.
For the fire fees they had collected for years were ruled unconstitutional last year by a judge. And it, how the city's going to, if they're going to have to repay all that money they collected for years through the fire fees, how they're going to do that. That was what was ruled unconstitutional.
Fire fee? What fire fees? You mean on your taxes every year?
No, if you had a light bill.
Yeah. A light bill.
If you lived in the city and you had
a light bill.
OEU,
Yeah.
you also got charged a fire fee
And the fire fee was for?
to cover the cost of, firemen and first responders.
And that was unconstitutional?
Because you didn't have an ability to opt out of it, is what the judge said. You had to pay it. You couldn't opt out. If you didn't want to pay it, you couldn't opt out.
Can you opt out on that charge on cell phones that make you pay for the 911?
You see, you can have 911 on your phone without paying for a phone. You can have a phone that does not work, but 911 will still work.
Okay. But if you have a phone, you get charged every month for 911. Am I correct?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
But
I'm waiting.
you can opt out of that, too.
Can you?
You can.
I don't think you can.
Yes, you can. Read that long thing.
I didn't read where it said you can.
You can opt out if you choose.
I think it should be, if you call 911, you're going to be charged $5. Because if it is an emergency, it's worth $5.
Yes.
Someone's choking, someone's dying, it's worth $5. And that would, I think, in my opinion, would stop so much of this, I can't get my cat out of the come help me kind of thing. And then the firemen, of course, they don't do that anymore.
Joe.
Take the cat out of the tree.
Joe,
Am I making sense?
You're a terrible person.
Am I making sense?
What about the little old lady who the only companion she has is that cat? It's an emergency for her to get that
It cost
cat out
$5
of the
to get
tree.
it down then.
Joe, you're a mean individual.
Uh-huh.
You're a mean man.
You're
all about the money.
No, it's worth $5. How many times have you called 911 in your life?
Oh, in the hundreds.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You're a nuisance.
No, I call, like I'll give you a prime example. 3 days ago, I called 911.
Why?
Because I pulled up on a situation where there was an automobile accident, and it had just happened. The people were still in the cars, and so I called 911 to report it.
And did they say?
She said, "Thank you. You're the second caller to report this accident."
There you go.
But it's still called 911 because that's what you're supposed to do. Now, if I'm supposed to do that, but it's going to charge me $5, maybe I'm not doing that.
It depends.
Now, what happens if somebody doesn't call 911? It's 4 or 5 good Samaritans down the road before somebody calls 911. People are incapacitated in the automobile accident.
That's one way. That's one way of looking at it.
Then they die because somebody didn't call 911.
That's one way of looking at it.
I'm just saying.
That's just saying. I don't know. I'm not part of this. I'm just reporting it. Then they don't charge you. I don't know.
How many times have you been called for jury duty?
4 or 5 times.
4 or 5 times. And did you answer it every time?
Of course.
You either answer it through an objection that you can't go, or you show up and go.
I show up every time.
Right.
I go down there. One time, I got all the way up to jury selection, and I was dequalified. Didn't like what I said, so the other times they got to the list and everything, and my name, they had filled up everything, so they didn't need me. Thank goodness.
But you feel like it's your civic duty to go to the courthouse when summoned.
I think so, because if you vote, it's your responsibility. As a United States citizen, it's your responsibility. If you feel uncomfortable for what they want to put you to do, then you should have the right to bring it up to the judge. Excuse you.
Right.
To bring it up to the judge or whomever and says, I don't feel comfortable doing this because, and then they might excuse you.
Well,
But
see, you would have no problem then being a good citizen.
yeah,
But there is a problem with people being good citizens.
how?
From the week of March 8th through April 12th, now they've reinstated jury trials
Yeah. Oh, sugar pop.
in Marion
yeah.
County.
Yeah.
4,050 people have been called for jury duty.
Uh-huh.
Of those, 1,800 of them obtained an excused absence ahead of their day of service.
Yeah, it's possible.
They cited various reasons, COVID-19 concerns, blah, blah, blah. That left 2,235 people who were supposed to show up for jury duty.
Uh-huh.
Only 1,084 actually did.
What happened to the rest?
They didn't show up. They just ignored the summons.
So now what happens? They get fined?
Well, they hadn't been right now because of COVID, but that's going to change.
Oh.
The Marion County Courthouse says sanctions could be coming for those who ignore jury summons.
Well, yeah, I could see a pregnant woman. She can't sit all that time. She has to take the breaks and everything for Mother Nature and all that. I can see that. Someone that can't walk very well, an invalid. We know people that
Right.
Disabled, veterans that are disabled that are called.
Right.
They show up. The veterans show
Yeah.
up. But some of them are like, "Are you serious?" But he says, "I'm here because." And before they even start the selection, you can go up and you talk to the judge and say, "I would like to be excused because." He'll look at it and he'll say, "Okay."
Yay or nay.
Yay or nay. If it's nay, you'll sit back down with your name to be called.
See, and I'm with you. If I'm called for jury duty.
Yeah.
And by the way, for 10 years of my life, I couldn't do jury duty because I'm a convicted felon. I don't shy away from it. I'm a convicted felon from stupid things I did earlier in my life.
From stupid to idiot you went. I know,
Right.
yeah.
But I got my rights restored, and now I can serve on juries and everything.
Yeah.
And when I get the summons, I go.
Sure.
Because that's my duty as an American citizen, is to go help, a person. Here's the thing. You're not helping out the judicial system, per se. You're helping out the person that is on trial. Now, why am I helping scumbags? Remember, everybody's innocent till proven
Are they a
guilty.
scumbag or not? Yeah.
Everybody's innocent till proven guilty, and they have a right to a trial by a jury of their peers.
I wish that to become a juror, you have to have some intelligence. I am sorry.
Joe, but who gets to set what intelligence is?
I would say the prosecutor and maybe the lawyer, because I'm sorry, but a lot of these people, I wouldn't want them on a jury duty.
See, but a lot of lawyers will tell you they don't want people that can think for themselves on a jury. They want people who can be guided into thinking the way that the defense wants them to think.
Yeah, well,
like
yeah.
I'm never a friend of any of the lawyers, prosecution or defense. I'm never a friend.
Yeah.
When it comes to jury trials.
No, you're looking at the trial
even though
itself.
People go, yeah, but you're a convicted felon, had your rights returned. You probably lean more towards the defendants. Nope. I uphold the Constitution.
There you go.
If a law was broken and they can prove that the person broke it,
That's it.
guilty.
That's it. Yeah.
If you can't prove the person broke it, not guilty.
Yeah. If you look like the lawyer is a ambulance chaser, and they got someone and they come in with the brace and they get now is that brace legit? Is what's he
Yeah.
That takes a lot of homework for a juror, and the homework has to be done by the prosecuting attorney to prove that he's not hurt.
Right.
So they've got to bring up all the records. They got that's a long.
And then you have to make a decision as a juror on which side you believe.
And you get paid a whole $15 a day.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Judge Edward Scott, he's the administrative judge for Marion County. He said that at some point we're going to have to start to hold people accountable with an order to show cause to show why they shouldn't be held in contempt for disobeying a jury summons. He said not showing up, eventually it's going to lead to fines or incarceration or both.
Or both.
If you start ignoring these summons. So,
Well, I think all this money that's going around, this and that and all this extra.
here you go with driven by money again.
Yep. I think
Did you have to pay $5 to be on a jury?
No.
Oh, okay.
The other way around. I think you could pay $50 a day. $50 a day.
That's still not enough.
No, well, it's better than 15.
I think what you should get paid is the minimum wage.
$15 an hour?
No, well, the minimum wage right now is $10 an hour.
All right, $10 an
I
hour.
think you take if you're there for 8 hours, you get $80. If you're there for 3 weeks and it's 110 hours, you get whatever it is. You get paid according to how long you're there.
I think a flat fee would work.
The fact you get $15 a day.
Yeah, ooh.
A lot of people say, I have a job. I'm on a limited budget. I have a job where I make $100 a day, which is not very much. By the way, when you think about that, $100 a day, somebody goes, that's $365,000 a year. No, it's not.
No, try that again.
Right. It's $36,500. And when you make $100 a day, that's not that much money. Then when you take the taxes out of it, now it's down to about $75. Then you put gas in your vehicle.
Don't get me started on that.
Right. So $100 a day isn't very much money. And if I have a job where I'm making $100 a day and I'm on a tight budget with kids and a house and everything and bills and everything,
You're not the only one bringing money in.
I'm not taking an $85 a day pay cut to go answer a jury summons. I'd rather chance it that they're not going to come and arrest me.
Now, what are the chances of you going up to the judge and say, listen, Judge, here's my financials. I can't afford to be on the jury duty. I can't afford it.
I'm
because,
sure they look at hardships like that.
Yeah, so I think that might be where the judge will say, okay, you can go sit, you can go.
I'm sure they probably look at hardships like that, as they should.
If you come in with the proof in your hand, not just your mouth, and say, here's the paper. This is how much I make a week. If you we take this away, who's going to pay for my mortgage or my kids eating or whatever?
If I'm on this jury for 4 days, that's the difference between me keeping the lights on in the house for this month or not.
Yeah.
I think that's a legitimate.
Or do I have to go to the city for assistance?
I think that's a legitimate question.
Yeah.
But if you don't answer your jury summons, the judge is warning.
Oh yeah.
That they're going to start holding you accountable.
It's something to go to, though. Just to see the process.
Yeah, just see the process.
I got all the way into the courtroom,
Right.
And then when they prosecute, and then no, not accepted.
I've answered 5 summons since I got my rights returned.
Yeah.
And 4 of them were for jury trials, and that didn't get picked on any trials. My name didn't come up because Schmitz, I'm way down the line,
Yeah, you're way on there.
But I did serve on a grand jury.
Ooh.
And that's a whole different process.
Yeah.
And the process, I can't even tell you about the process. Can't even tell you about what happened because I could face prosecution for telling you what went on.
You went through the whole thing?
Oh, yeah, I sat on a grand jury. Yeah, 24 of them.
You mean guilty or not guilty?
No.
Oh, you didn't make it all the way?
No. Grand juries are the ones that the prosecution makes their case, shows their case, and then you decide whether there's enough evidence to charge somebody with a crime.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, the grand juries offer up indictments.
And then from there they go into
regular trial.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
easy, fella.
Yeah, we were doing grand jury stuff, and you would hear on the grand jury I sat on a grand jury for a week.
Wow.
And we heard like 35 cases. Ooh. Because the prosecution comes in, presents their case, and then
you say, yeah, no, yeah, or yeah.
Right, exactly. Is there enough preponderance of the evidence to send it on to trial? And is there an indictment there? And, people say you can get a ham sandwich indicted with very little because there's no defense or anything. It's just prosecution. Here's what we got.
No defense?
No. Prosecution says, here's what we got. Is that enough to go to trial with?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
You have to decide whether it is or not.
Yeah. We found this guy. He did this. Here's the pencil. He wrote it with his. Can we go to trial?
Well,
is there enough evidence there?
It's very. By the way, when the prosecution is only telling you their side of the story,
that's the hard thing. Yeah.
That they can make it sound like it's the worst crime ever, even if it was a guy that just he was on trial because he cut his grandmother's toes back too much and made her bleed.
Yeah. Well, he took care of her all his life.
Right, exactly. So,
he should have known better.
Grand juries are a lot different than
I don't want to be on a
grand
jury.
Grand juries they're a little different. So
I like to know how they pick you. That's why.
My number. It was just a number. They said these numbers are being seated for a grand jury, and my number was one of the numbers called.
But how do they? Is that the voting from voting?
It comes from the voting rolls. Yeah. Same way you get actual jury duty. Same exact way.
Well, does it come from someone that actually voted, or someone that's registered to vote?
See, that's a good question.
There you go. There's your homework, Tom.
Tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow here at the same source time, same source channel. Thanks for being here. WOCA The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is